Dolphins fans, welcome in to another edition of the Dolphins Today mailbag. I am Will Scott, answering your questions during our Thursday live show. And we go live every single Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, so be sure to join us for future live shows, and probably going to be live for the NFL Draft, so stay tuned for that. And we really appreciate you sharing today's video because it helps spread word about our channel. So I'll retweet your tweet if you do this. Click the share button, select the Twitter icon, click post to Twitter, and then at me on Twitter at WillScott44, and I will retweet your tweet. Really appreciate you getting the word out about our channel to your Dolphins family members or friends that might be following you on Twitter. JK, shout out to you, man. $100 super chat. Good to see you again. Rumor has it both Dalvin and his agent want to be in Miami. What is the likelihood of us landing him? Case, mark my words here. Dalvin Cook is going to be a Dolphin. He's a Dolphin. This is going to happen. I think it's inevitable, quite frankly, that Dalvin Cook is going to come to the Miami Dolphins. The question is when, and the question is it going to happen after he gets cut, or is it going to happen maybe in a trade? And right now, at least, it's looking more likely that he's going to get cut, and then the Dolphins will get him after he gets cut. You bring up the agent. So the agent had this really interesting interview last week. He kind of criticized the Vikings, saying Dalvin's been playing for a mediocre team, and then he was asked about the Dolphins' interest. He didn't deny it. So you might be onto something when you bring up the agent wants to be in Miami, and you got to know Dalvin wants to be in Miami. He's from Miami. He went to Central High School. You got to know Dalvin wants to come home. Case, I firmly believe Dalvin Cook is a Dolphin. Carter Reimer. Should Miami trade up in the draft to get Bijan Robinson so the Bills won't get him? Carter, I got some good and bad news for you. Should I start with the bad news, Producer Jack? The bad news is Bijan is not a Dolphin. The good news is, and I can guarantee you this, he's also not a Bill. I don't see him falling that far in this draft. In fact, I think the Eagles take him at number 10 overall. But the chances of him falling to Buffalo are incredibly slim. Be sure to subscribe for more Miami Dolphins news and rumors. We bring you year-round coverage. We go live every week, even in the off-season. So you want to stay informed and be in the loop about the Fins. Hit that subscribe button below. Chad Jones. Who? Chad Jones. What's up, Chad? Since Chris Greer is sticking with Austin Jackson, shouldn't we go after Dalvin Cook to help our running back dynamic? I think we should go after Dalvin Cook anyway, even if Austin Jackson's not the guy at right tackle. But I was a little bit surprised, Chad, that we had the 27th ranked rushing offense and we opted to bring back all four of our free agent running backs. Wasn't thrilled about that decision, but their contract situations kind of make it manageable to maybe move on from one or two of them and then bring someone else in. But again, I do believe Dalvin Cook's going to be a Dolphin. NFL Productions. I love that profile pic, man. Jalen Ramsey is a Dolphin, confirmed. Do you think Miami will draft Darnell Washington? Man, I hope so. I don't think he's going to be on the board at 51. Before the Combine, I did, but he was the star of the Combine. He might be a first-round pick now. So I think the Dolphins would have to trade up to get him. But as I've said, he is the only guy I'm willing to trade up for, quite frankly. Captain Dan, what's up? Speaking of trading up, trading down. Better chance of us trading down or I think you mean trading up. I would say better chance of trading down because the Dolphins only have 4 picks, right? So I don't really see them trying to trade up, and then they only have 2 or 3 picks. So I think trading down, adding a pick or two, like we did in our fan-led mock draft last week, probably more realistic. Now, should the Dolphins trade up or should they trade down? Type U for up or type D for down in the comment section. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So an ad break comes, take advantage of it by commenting as the ad plays. Do you want to trade up or do you want to trade down? Next question rolling in from Tommy Martin. What's up, Tommy? Anyone you think the Fins would trade up for even though they don't have much to give? Obviously Darnell Washington, but if you had to if you're making me say somebody else, because I've said Darnell before, I would say DeJuan Jones, the Ohio State right tackle. I really like him, and he could be your starting right tackle. Matthew Frost, do you think we should target offensive line or tight end first? For me, Matthew, this is based on who's available. If Darnell somehow falls to 51, you better take Darnell Washington. But let's say it's between Steve Avila and Sam Laporta in the second round. I'm probably taking Avila, the offensive lineman, and then wait until the third round. Maybe take Tucker Kraft or Brenton Strange in the third round. Address tight end then. It depends who's on the board. Steve James, at pick 51, if Cody Mauch, Steve Avila, and DeJuan Jones are all available, who do you pick? That is a great question. I'm going to say Cody Mauch. I am. And here's why. Because Cody Mauch is versatile. He could be your starting guard or he could be your starting right tackle. Really like Cody Mauch. I don't think he's going to be available at pick 51. I do believe Avila is. DeJuan Jones, maybe not. I've seen mocks that him going number 50 to Tampa Bay. I'd be crushed if that happened and we didn't have a chance to get him. But I would draft Cody Mauch. I think he's the best prospect out of those three, the North Dakota State offensive lineman. Miami Dolphins content. Does Skylar beat out Mike White for QB2? No. I do not think that's going to happen. And I like Skylar. I think Skylar should 100% be on this team. If the Dolphins don't carry three quarterbacks, given to his injury history, that's not smart. But Mike White, a little bit more proven. He was paid QB2 money. So I think it'll be Mike White as QB2. David Richards, what's up, man? We appreciate the question. Why is it so hard to get an offensive line that can protect Tua? It's frustrating. You know, give Greer credit last year for going out and getting Armstead and going out and getting Connor Williams. But this year, there's been nothing done. There's been absolutely nothing done. You have only signed one offensive lineman that was not previously on the team, and that's Dan Feeney. He's probably going to be a backup guard or a backup center. So you have not taken this offensive line seriously, and I think it's more of Chris Greer saying, if I give up on AJ, then I admit I failed on that draft pick. You're not gonna hit every single draft pick, right? Move on from Austin Jackson. Move on from Liam Eichenberg. Protect Tua, because if Tua gets hurt again, David, this team is not going anywhere. The franchise, what's up? What up, Willie? What's up, the franchise? Thoughts on DeJuan Jones at 51? Yeah, a couple of y'all have asked about DeJuan Jones. I really like this guy, the Ohio State right tackle. Think he would be a huge upgrade over Austin Jackson at right tackle. I think he's pro-ready right now. I think he's NFL-ready right now. Taking a look at what he did at Ohio State, I mean, this guy's a stud. No sacks allowed. No hits allowed. It's nuts. 5 hurries, a run grade of 85.0, so good pass blocker, good run blocker. DeJuan Jones is the total package. Do you want to draft DeJuan Jones, the right tackle from Ohio State? Why for yes or in for no down in the comments section. Go down and let me know what should the Dolphins do if DeJuan Jones is on the board. Tommy Martin, what late round defensive tackle would be good to draft? Late round defensive tackle. Jaquelin Roy, I think, is going to be a mid-round pick. If I don't see him falling to the 6th, I think he'll be there when the Dolphins are picking in the 3rd round. I think we mentioned Jacob Slade for Michigan State as well as potential target. 6th, 7th round, he's probably more realistic to be there than Roy, the LSU defensive tackle. So, yeah, I'd go with Slade, the Michigan State defensive tackle. David Richards, why is it so hard to get an offensive line that can't protect Tua? Yeah, as I said earlier, David, it's very frustrating. And, hopefully the Dolphins will kind of shift course and not do what they've done in free agency and actually take offensive linemen in this draft. If they do not draft one offensive lineman, may I remind you, they didn't draft one offensive lineman last year, I'd be pretty upset. Shiesty Miami 305. Do you think Robert Jones can take Liam's spot before the start of the season? Yeah, he should. I mean, he was much better than Liam Eichenberg. Was he great? And I don't know if I'd say great. He was serviceable in that spot. He was better than Liam Eichenberg. So, yeah, I think it's possible. What's up? We have Ty TT5RG. Can we still get Dalvin Cook or Derrick Henry? Dalvin, absolutely. I think Dalvin will be a Dolphin. I'm going to stand by that take. Derrick Henry, I don't think Derrick Henry is going to get traded. If it happens, it might happen after the draft, but I don't think it'll be to the Dolphins. Todd Melanson. Will, where do we find a tight end replacement? It's got to be second or third round, Todd. It can't come sixth or seventh round. You have a second round pick. You have a third round pick. You do not have a fourth or a fifth. You have got to address tight end in the second or third round. If Darnell is there, if Laporta's there at 51, I'd probably lean toward taking them. But if you have a really good offensive lineman like Avila or Jones available, then maybe wait till the third round, take a guy like Tucker Kraft. Escazer1, what's up? $10 super chat. We appreciate it. If the Dolphins don't take an offensive lineman this year, what lineman should we target 2024 draft? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have not looked into the 2024 draft prospect list a whole lot. We've been focused on the 23 draft. But I'll give you a name here. Let's see. I'll give you a name here. Joe Alt. Oh, yeah. I like this guy. Joe Alt, offensive tackle from Notre Dame. I like him. I expect the Dolphins to have a late pick. Not sure if they're going to be high enough in the draft to get him. J.C. Latham. He's versatile, both a guard and a tackle from Alabama, and we all know the Dolphins love those Alabama guys. So, yeah, I'll go with those two guys for now. Obviously, this time next year, we'll be breaking down some more names. Oh, how about this? Javian Cohen, the guard from the U. How about you bring him in? Cohen might be a more realistic option, the first two guys I named. So there you have it, S. Geyser. We appreciate the $10 super chat.